I'm hungry.
Hello? Please state your name, identity, and the purpose of You must be... Excuse me? Please provide the information requested, and also declare any goods you are carrying with you. Currently, only members of the International Trade Association are authorized to engage in the import and export of goods. My apologies, but I'll have to ask you to...
Here are their entry papers, for your kind perusal.
What? Ugh, take...
I just wanted to see what you'd say.
I see. Okay. Your papers are all in order. Welcome to
So...
The Outlander Affairs Agency. They only check entry permits here. If you want to remain on Rito, there's a process you have to go through with them.
Sheesh. So it is...
Well, let's not forget that to everyday folk in Inazuma, people from everywhere else are referred to as outsiders. As the word suggests, Outlanders aren't very welcome in Inazuma with the Sakoku Decree in force. Not even on Rito, where they've established an outsider settlement. I like how you think. I've got a feeling we're good. Now, let's head over to the... Most of the current rules were put in place by the administration of Rito, the Kanjo Commission.
The Kanjo Commission?
Yes, one branch of the Tri-Commission of Inazuma, responsible for growing and managing the nation's wealth. You really haven't heard of it before?
You've completed the entry procedures, yes? And now you want to apply for residence?
Yes, please.
Okay, the processing fee will be 2 million mora.
2 million? For a processing fee? Are you...
That's right. 1 million per applicant, which makes 2 million total. Don't worry, you...
Paimon wasn't so much questioning your math as...
Ma'am, these two here are good friends.
Ah, Mr. Toma, it's you. By way of courtesy, allow me to reduce it to...
Thank you, but as this is just a processing fee, I think 600 mora should cover it if I'm paying on their behalf. I'll treat you to dinner too.
That's not how you haggle! But...
All right then, as you wish, Mr. Toma. I will make a record.
What? She went from 2 million down to 600? There's something seriously wrong with people's sense of...
It's not as mind-boggling as you think. A processing fee is just a figure of... The way some here at the agency see it, the fees are easy money. So it becomes a question of how much they can make. So when the day comes that some poor merchant from overseas with more money than sense gets stuck here...
Then they'll milk them for all their work!
Exactly. It's at times like this that having a local friend really comes in handy. Yes, but when you're an outlander in Inazuma, far from home in this close nation era, there's the most that overseas merchants can do to look after themselves. That's how the International Trade Association...
So it's a trade association built by and for Outlanders?
Yep. and as well as advancing commercial interests. The association provides help, support, and structure for Outlanders. Essentially, it's an association devoted to both commercial excellence and survival skills.
Sounds like just staying alive is an achievement.
I see. So this is the real purpose of your trip. Yes, after all, the Raiden Shogun is the most exalted and revered one in all of Inazuma. She is a deity who reigns on high, while all other life... I was going to say nothing is set in stone when it comes to who you will encounter in this world. Who's to say you won't happen to run into the Raiden Shogun one day after lunch?
Uh-huh.
Okay, I'll give it to you straight.
Really? Wow!
I mean, it will take all the resources I have at my disposal, but connections come at a high price. No. In fact, there's no real cost as such. It's just that if this is something you really want, you'll have to agree to help other people. I like to do things in a way that keeps everybody happy. It's my own
Sounds very reasonable to Paimon. You're the man in the middle, so you have to trade
Why do I get the feeling you're making me out to be some sort of crook? Here's the situation. As I touched upon earlier, the members of the International Trade Association, recently things seem to have gotten more difficult than ever for them, so just go and check things out. The head of the association is called Karisu, and he's a good friend of mine.
This is the Outlander Affairs Agency. Why in the world?
Yeah! Skyward! Yeah! Skyward! Yeah! Scatter!
Huh? Hello there. You must be seeking refuge with the International Trade Association. Good. That's a relief. You need to be...
We heard the association has been having some difficulties.
Yes. Left, right, and center. Obstacles at...
The Sakoku decree certainly makes things difficult for anyone.
But it's not the root cause of our woes. The Sakoku decree might restrict our scope of activity. But in and of itself... No. What's really squeezing us Outlander those Mora grubbers from the Kanjo Commission.
Oh, of the 3 commissions,
That's right. They impose astronomical tax rate, unbelievable regulations, and that's not the worst. They just issued a new tax decree recently that, for some reason, completely changes the way we pay our taxes. It used to be Mora, but now it's something called...
Crystal Marrow.
Something that most of us in the association had never heard of before either, until the new decree... Eventually, one of the older Liyue merchants recalled that he once shipped a batch of it to Snezhnaya in his youth. So, in order to pay our taxes, we began an arduous search, but then we found we'd only managed to create a bigger problem for ourselves. The rising demand for crystal mirror... Now there's only one vendor who even has it in stock. We can't get a hold...
Isn't there...
Exactly. So this vendor keeps pushing the price up, and we have no choice but to buy from them because the tax decree forces us. It's a vicious cycle. The consequence of which is that our taxes will soon exceed our profits. We've tried but this is a nation where the cries of a few struggling merchants will never be heard over the ever-present roar of... Fontaine, my dear homeland. I miss...
Sounds awful. What do you think we should do?
I've actually done business with him in the past, but after a point he stopped contacting us.
Well, it definitely sounds like he's...
Hey, that's a pretty good idea. Since you're not affiliated with... If I remember correctly, our usual meeting point with him is under a tree by the coast in the residential district.
Got it! Where...
Sorry. I need to think about it.
I don't think I recognize you. Are you? So, what do you need with me? The sheer nerve. You don't go around asking questions like that. If I gave you my sources, I might as well hand you... Trade secret. Got it? You know what trade and secret mean, right?
This guy's got a bad attitude.
Ha! Are you even buying? Oh, I see what's going on here. Kurisu... They're wasting their time. The price is non-negotiable.
Hey, what's your
Get out of here, go on. Tell them they're lucky to be buying from me in the first place, and they ought to be more grateful. If it...
What are we gonna do? There's no talking to this guy. Good idea.
Yeah! Skyward! Scatter!
That was cool.
Actually, we're having a little...
No? Well, by all means, tell me what you need. Getting you to go fixing things when you've only just arrived is quite a demand. Oh, that guy? He used to be a bit of a sorry sight, selling shells that he'd collect on the beach just to get by. But he seems to have suddenly... I can only assume he must have found himself a patron after leaving the International Trade Association.
You're saying he used to be a member?
Yes. Couldn't you tell when you spoke to him? That's right. Werner was born in Mondstadt, then went into the shipping business, trading between Leah and... When Inazuma closed to the outside world, he was one of a group of outlanders that ended up stranded on Rita. The International Trade Association was initially very generous to him, but over time, with decree after decree, the association...
So he left the association and turned his back...
I'm sure it's more nuanced than that. I believe even the most ungrateful and cold-hearted of people still have some amount of
Really?
Well then, it sounds like you may have found a way in.
Skyward! Scatter!
What are you doing back here? Just because I got plenty of time on my hands doesn't mean I want to waste any of it talking to you. Huh? Where's this coming from? Mondstadt? You're... Goodness, I can sense it now. So familiar, but the scent of Mondstadt. Oh, my hometown. The home of freedom. So, trying to play my heartstrings like a... Huh? What is this?
Just close your eyes already!
You mean... the sound of the ocean? Leah Harbor. I can see it so clearly. Oh, and the sound of the waves. The calls of the merchants. Xiao lanterns.
This guy has a really active imagination. Either that...
Wait. Stop. That's enough. Don't make me relive it anymore. You mean... the folks from the International Trade Association? Often, I'll sneak down to the shore at night and listen to the sound of the waves. I've run into folks from the association more than a few times doing... Don't you think I've wanted to talk?
Well, no one...
They're so resilient. None of them had anyone else to rely on, so they rallied together. So I caved. Those people, they'd make the smallest of promises, offer the most measly benefits, and I'd do whatever they asked of me. All right, I'll tell you the whole story.
You ready to talk now?
But I betrayed them.
Come on, you scaredy cat. So come on.
It's a scheme by the tax collection Ashigaru. Keijiro and they start by overtaxing the merchants, then take the extra crystal marrow they receive and stockpile it. Once the merchants run out of places to buy crystal marrow, they get me to sell that extra stock back to the merchants at an extortionate price, with the proceeds going to the tax. I'm their puppet, yes. But my cut is a tiny fraction of what we take in total. Evidence. Now that I think about it, whenever I report back to him after a sale, he always heads to the same As it happens, I handed some Mora over to him not long ago.
Really? Well...
Yeah! Skyward! Scatter!
Keijiro!
After him!
Love or freedom? Should I close or should I choose? It's not like I'll get any customers. Sorry.
He's getting further and further away!
Ah, Ryoko, how's business?
He's getting further and further away! Let's catch up a little! Too close! That's too close! He'll notice us for sure!
Now, who else is behind on payments? Let me think. Yes, the Trade Association clique still needs to be brought into line. What was that sound?
Quiet! Don't let him find us!
Must be.
Too close! That's too close! He'll notice us for sure! He's getting further and further away! Let's catch up a little!
What could he be doing?
It looked like he buried some... Whoa, it's boring! Paimon thought he'd hidden a big pile of Mora here.
Let me take a look here. Ah, yes! This is what we're looking for.
Great! Well, now we have our...
I'll...
Huh?
I need a little more.
Huh. Poor
Yeah! Skyward! Scatter!
But we really don't have anything left. If this keeps up, our sales will come in at a loss.
You know the decree. The rules are the rules. No discounts, no exceptions, and no excuses. And who are you?
It just so happens that we found your little ledger, so now we're here to tell everyone...
Huh? Is this...
You've been swindling us!
Well, you...
Let me take a look at the ledger. Well, would you look at that? Every payment the... So, Mr. Keijiro, it seems you have some explaining to do.
So you think you can use this against me, do you? It's quite obvious that I'm merely trying to earn a modest living for myself, like anyone else.
Word has it that samurai in the commission place great importance on reputation and prestige. Though I...
Huh? Is that a threat?
No, not at all. I'm simply stating that it would be quite a pity if an illustrious gentleman such as yourself were to have their reputation tarnished.
Well, even if what you say is true, what do you...
I believe you still have a quantity of crystal marrow in your... Perhaps that crystal marrow could be used as compensation for the recent tax hike, and us merchants could finally have some more breathe...
Is that it?
Do you have any idea the hoops I had to jump through to get the crystal marrow and keep it hidden? Oh,
And not even an ounce.
So that's it? My shop's been closed for weeks now. I've even had to ask my friends to help bail me.
Come on, Harrison. We've already started...
I'm sick of being pushed around like this. I won't let him off so easily.
Harrison!
Hey, what's all this racket? Does some...
Chief, you've arrived.
What was all the commotion I heard?
Oh, we were just discussing a minor tax issue.
A helping hand. The only thing you're doing is stuffing your greedy pockets with our hard-earned wealth. I assure you that Hirage Shinsuke will hear of this.
Oh, and you dare to utter the commissioner's name. You outlanders have no respect for the rules. Seize the merchants. We will resolve this
Uh-oh. This is...
Gentlemen, come now. Is there any...
Who are you supposed to be? And why in my right...
You never heard of the Fixer?
Here's my card.
Huh. You're from the Yashiro... Shh. Huh. Well, this is Kanjo Commission territory. However powerful the Yashiro Commission may be, you have no...
Of course not. Still, perhaps you could show the young lady of our clan. You wouldn't want your name showing up in a petition to the Shogun, would you?
That fan. The Shirasagi Himegimi. I don't need any trouble with her. Okay, let's forget all...
But, Chief!
Enough!
Let's get dinner one day soon, gentlemen. My treat. No response, huh? I suppose that bridge is well and truly burned then.
Thank you so much, Toma. But I'm sorry you're...
Hey, I was joking. It's a small price to pay, and you're more than welcome. If nothing else, I'm sure the tax collection...
Paula?
Shh, not here. Too many people... Corruption seems rife in the Kanjo Commission. They truly are. All right. Time for me to answer your questions. What would you like to know? Straight to the point. I belong to the Kamisato clan of the Yashiro Commission on Narukami Island. I'm in a...
You've been... So, the Yashiro Commission.
Correct. The Kamisato clan is the head of the Yashiro Commission, who manage ceremonial and cultural affairs. I'd go into more detail on what exactly that covers, but I'm just someone who was fortunate enough to be taken in by the Kamisato clan. My role is to take care of the daughter of the clan, Kamisato Ayaka, also known as the Shirasagi.
Seems like she must be super famous in Inazuma.
Oh, most definitely. She's graceful, dignified, and kind-hearted. Her fame even somewhat eclipses that of her older brother, Kamisato Ayato. Despite the fact, I suppose those who treat others with compassion earn themselves the same treatment in return. Miss Kamisato's situation certainly seems to attest to that. Take me, for example. I'm just an attendant, and yet she treats me as an equal, as she would a friend. You're asking the right questions, and to be honest, I don't want to keep you in the... Firstly, you should know that being a fixer is not something you can fake. I spent the better part of a month tirelessly building up a network of relationships on the island, and I got to...
Still pretty good go.
Well, maybe I have a slight knack for schmoozery. But Inazuma may have closed off to the outside world, but that hasn't stopped a lot of people from hearing about... So, when Miss Kamisato heard of your intention to come to Inazuma, she began looking forward to your... That is, that you have what it takes to...
Change the tide of...
In the test I gave you earlier, although there were a few hiccups at the end, navigating powerful people, using their character flaws to your advantage. It's just what with your help, even the Vision Hunt decree... That's an unexpected development. Perhaps our sources were... Yes, of course. I completely understand.
Toma
Well, my work on Rito... one more thing. This invitation letter is for you. Good luck with everything.
Toma's not such a bad guy, huh? Huh? What's up? Oh, right! Wait, so did Toma forget that too? Oh, darn it! No wonder he was... As soon as we get off Ritu Paimon,